What's going on, guys? As you can see, it is Christmas time in my house, and today I'm doing something a little bit different. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you my best weatherman impersonation, but I'm not talking about the weather, although it is beautiful outside, as you can see glaring through my curtains. But we're going to talk about football today, and I have another scouting report for you. This one was asked for me to do by NYPD on the channel, so let's go ahead and jump into this. Now, what you're seeing on your screen right now is Matt Miller's overall projections for the position. And as you can see, he has Connor Williams ranked as the best overall tackle in this draft, followed by Mike McGlichey, followed by Orlando Brown. Next is Chukwuma Okorafor, Martinas Rankin, Mitch Hyatt, and so on and so on. So today I'm going to give you my rankings. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Here's your picture right here. This is Connor Williams. He is my top overall offensive tackle that I have scouted at this point. What I had to say about Connor Williams is he's good in both run and pass protection. He's an aggressive and physical style of play. He does a great job of using his hands and not letting his guy disengage from the block. In the trenches, a lot of the job is hand battle for inside position, and this is something that he wins. He gets his hands on the inside of the chest plate and moves his guy where he wants him to go. Although he isn't much of a puncher, so he needs to get better at that in the NFL. I like to see more active footwork, and he could probably stand to gain some weight at 6'6", 288 pounds. I'd like for my offensive tackle to be above 300. Next, this is where the differences come between mine and Matt Miller's rankings. Next, I have Orlando Brown. He's like running into a brick wall in both pass protection and run protection. He's very polished in both of those. I've seen a lot of pancakes while scouting this guy. Brown and Williams stand ahead above the rest of the tackles in this class to me. I really like these two. He has great hand placements and moves his guy where he wants him to go. He is also quick off the line of scrimmage with a powerful punch. His only knock is he misses open field blocks, and when he gets to the second level or kicks out a little too often. While Williams is more NFL ready, I believe Brown, with his power, has the higher ceiling in the NFL. At number 3, I have Martinas Rankins. Rankin has played in the SEC against the best of the best competition for a few years now, and he's always had solid production. And I've scouted him against the best, and I could only find a handful of times where he was actually beat. I wouldn't say he struggles, but I would say he could be better against delayed blitzers. He needs to be quicker getting to his blocks and getting to the second level. He's very solid in pass protection. He has good footwork and a nice punch. In run blocking, he shows great power, but he could stand to clean up his technique a little bit. At number 4, I have Mike McGlichey. He's not the most athletic guy, but he has great size and measurables with his long arms. He has a good punch move. He is solid in both run and pass protection. He does a nice job getting where he needs to go, pulling, and getting to the second level. I just like to see better hand placement from him to do a better job staying on his blocks. He does struggle from time to time against speed rushers. At number 5, I'm doing 10, by the way. At number 5, I have Mitch Hyatt from Clemson. I love his footwork. He has the best footwork from anyone in this class. He really keeps his foot chopping in the ground, and I really like that. He's a very good run blocker. He does a nice job of getting his hands on the inside, and on the pick, and getting in the second level. I'd like to see him pull more because there wasn't a lot of film on that, so don't know if he can do it. Don't know if he not can do it. So I'd like to see him see what he can do pulling more. He's not bad in pass protection, but there is a few things that he could clean up. He gets beat on inside moves a little too often. He needs to do a better job of keeping his body square and not letting the guy beat him on the inside. He already does a really fine job of not letting guys beat him on the outside, but he needs to keep that inside protected a little bit better, but that's something that he can clean up, and I still like him pretty good. At number 6, we have Chukwuma Okorafor out of Western Michigan. Very powerful and quick off the line. He's got good footwork. He's going to have to work on his footwork and his hand placement as he likes to get his hands on the outside, on the shoulder pad area, and he can get holding calls for that in the NFL. I watched one of the games that I scouted from this guy was against TJ Watt. And while he didn't have a bad game against TJ Watt, he didn't necessarily have a good one either. So he can improve. He's going to need to improve, and he's played against, even though he's from a smaller school, he's played against some decent competition. I think in that T.J. Watt game, Wisconsin game, I think he allowed one sack to Watt and maybe 3 or 4 quarterback hurries. So that's still a pretty good day. So he's still going to need to. And T.J. Watt is a candidate for Rookie of the Year. Let's be honest. So it's okay. Well, it's not okay to get beat by him, but more than likely, you're going to get beat by him a couple of times in a ball game. Um, in open field blocking, he's a little inconsistent. Sometimes he gets out there and he does a perfect job of getting on his man and getting him out of the way. And then sometimes he'll get out there and his man will just go right by him and just miss him. So he needs to get a little more consistent in that. And there is a few things he can clean up technique-wise, but he is from a small school. I feel like he does have some upside, and he's worth probably a late second, early third round pick, maybe mid-second to early third. I would say it would be a fair and good position for this guy to go, unless these guys start flying off the board very quickly, like wide receivers did in last season's NFL draft. So let's go on to number 7. I have Tyrell Crosby. He's a very athletic guy. He's great at pulling and kicking out. He gets to the second level very quickly. He's fast off the line. He has great footwork, and he stays on his blocks well. 6'5", maybe a little big for a guard, but his style of play fits more of the guard position than it does the tackle position. But NFL teams will be able to make it work. He's going to need to add power for the NFL. He just doesn't look like a very powerful guy to me. He's going to need to add power for the next level. At number 8, I have Jamarco Jones out of Ohio State. And this is another guy that a lot of people feel like should be playing the guard position given his size, but he's on this list because he plays a tackle position in college. He does a nice job getting to the second level to get on his blocks. He's solid in both pass and run protection. He's a little bit raw. I wanted to see him stay on his blocks a little longer as well. So he's a little raw. He's got a few things technique-wise he can fix, but he should go to an NFL team and they should give him time to develop. He's not going to come in and just like Tyrell Crosby, he's not going to come in and you're not going to plug him in and start right away. He's going to be somebody that you bring in. He's going to be solid depth for a few years, and then maybe when other contracts start to expire, when you kind of need to see what he can do before you offer him a new contract, then maybe you put him in and give him an opportunity to start after he's had a few years to adjust and develop to the NFL. At number 9, we have Desmond Harrison. He's out of West Georgia, and he plays against some terrible competition. He looks like a man out there playing with boys. He's 6'8", 310 pounds, and it's just every other play is a pancake. So it's kind of hard to scout this guy. I could only find like 2 actual scouting videos of him and not highlight tape. So it's kind of hard to scout him and grade him. He looks like he's got the ceiling is the limit for this guy, but he is just a complete blank slate. He needs to work on his hand placement. That's the biggest thing. He gets out there and he just tries to push his guy, or sometimes he'll cross arm him and run into him. So he really needs to work on his hand placement, but he's very big and he's very athletic. There's a lot of upside with him, but he is basically a completely blank slate. You're going to bring this guy in and you're going to turn him in to whatever you want him to be, but it's going to take you a few years to get that chance. He has experience playing on the right side and the left side of the offensive line, and in my camera there, it looks like I don't know my right from left from my point of view. Maybe the video will be different, but I'm mirrored in my own point of view. But anyways, moving on to number 10, we have Brandon Parker out of North Carolina A&T. Like Cortland Sutton and Desmond Harrison, this guy is completely a blank slate too. Plays against smaller competition, but I was able to find more scouting videos on him. I think it's more thanks to Tariq Cohen from coming to that school, coming from that school is why I got to see more scouting reports on this guy. But he's basically a blank slate, and he's another guy that you're going to bring in, and he's not going to be solid depth right away. He's going to be somebody that you're going to want to sit, maybe a third string or an emergency tackle, but he's going to be somebody you want to sit and then eventually slowly bring him on and turn him into what you want him to be. And it may take a couple of years. You might even have to put this guy on your practice squad, but he could develop. He's got the potential, I believe, but it's going to take some time for him to develop into a startable NFL tackle if he ever does. But anyways, guys, those are 10 offensive tackles that I scouted for you. Edge rushers will be next, followed by cornerbacks, and then we'll see from there. Hope you guys had a great day. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss future content, and thanks for watching, guys.